Hello everyone, weather Jamaica here. Welcome to this updated video on the weather across Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean. It is Sunday evening, October 8th, 2023. Now before we jump into it, please ensure that you guys like the video, share it, subscribe and tap notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a brand new video. Feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section letting me know what that's been like in your area recently. Also, feel free to ask any other related question that you might have about the future of in your specific area. I respond to all comments and I really live for this stuff. Alright, so let us take a look at the US National Hurricane Center 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook. We can see that we still have that era of possible tropical depression or tropical storm development across the main development region. That's pointed towards the northwest, which means that it's definitely going to be going out to sea according to the latest forecast. However, we know these things go. We have to stay updated just in case this track shifts towards the west, maybe to affect the Caribbean later on. Let us focus our attention on the surface map of the Atlantic for this evening. We can see that we have a high pressure right there to the northeast of the Caribbean that's responsible for sending all of the easterly trade winds across the main development region, as well as the tropical waves across the main development region into the Caribbean. We can see that we have a tropical wave right now across the central Caribbean to the east of Jamaica, affecting portions of Hispaniola and northern South America. We can also see that we have a cold front right there off the east coast of the United States, bringing some amount of overcast skies and thunder showers in sections of Florida and the Bahamas. Taking a look at the visible satellite images of the Atlantic before the sun went down, we can see the line of clouds associated with that cold front, bring overcast skies and some thunder showers in sections of the waters of the Gulf of Mexico, Florida, the Bahamas. We can also see the clouds associated with that tropical wave, bring overcast skies and thunder showers in sections of Haiti, eastern Cuba, and portions of Jamaica. And it's definitely going to be bringing more and rainfall to the area tonight, tomorrow, and even into Tuesday as well as Wednesday. Let's just take a look at the prediction that was made in yesterday's video about the weather across Jamaica for Sunday. It was stated that we would have received some amount of morning rainfall across sections of some eastern parishes in Jamaica. Then it would spread across sections of some central, western, and northern parishes during the afternoon hours. And we know when we're talking about eastern parishes, we're talking about those parishes in the county of Surrey. Central parishes, we're talking about those parishes in the county of Middlesex. Western parishes, we're talking about those parishes in the county of Cornwall. And when we're talking about northern parishes, we're talking about Hanover, St. James, Trelawney, St. Anne, St. Mary, and Portland. And what ended up happening? As early as 6:20 a.m., a post was made on our Twitter page, keeping in mind that it's not only our Twitter page that we post these many events or activities. So definitely our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok page. So if you have one of those platforms, please ensure that you follow us at Weather Jamaica. So a post is made at 6:20 a.m. highlighting the Cuban Doppler radar images, showing some amount of rainfall, the greens and the yellows that represent light to moderate and even heavy rainfall across sections of St. Thomas and Portland. And then another post is made at 2:35 p.m. highlighting the infrared satellite images, showing clouds bring overcast skies, showers and thunderstorms to sections of some eastern, northern, and western parishes in Jamaica, so sections of Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Thomas, Portland, St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and Hanover definitely got in on that thunderstorm activity. Then another post was made about an hour or two later, 4:35 p.m., highlighting the very same infrared satellite image, showing more and more thunderstorm activity across sections of St. Thomas and Portland, Kingston and St. Andrew, Northern St. Catherine, and sections of Hanover and Westmoreland. And we indeed had confirmation of the rainfall from some of our commenters. Blazing Fire stating it's raining right now, southeast St. Elizabeth. Audrey Jackson stating raining moderately in the hills of St. James. Cadia stating rain finally in Kingston. Chairlift Smell stating raining in St. Anne. Then we have Cass 2880 stating a little Sunday evening rain, belly full, and I'll watch a nice movie, never hurt nobody. Send down the rain, Father. Fenty Berry stating 2 spoonful of rain in Kingston 5. Place was so hot today. And we even have OJ1 done on our TikTok page confirming the rainfall, stating that our forecast or what was happening at that time was on point with what she was experiencing in her area, so I guess she got in on some amount of rainfall. Taking a look at the visible satellite images of Jamaica before the sun went down, we can see where we had more of an easterly flow across the island for today. Had all of those clouds coming in from the east, Then they develop into those cumulonimbus clouds across sections of St. Thomas, Portland, northern St. Catherine, sections of western Jamaica. We can also see it even better on the infrared satellite images right now. We even had some thunderstorm activity right now across sections of eastern Jamaica. So St. Thomas, lots of lightning flashes, lightning strikes, and some rainfall across sections of those areas at recording hour. And we can even see it right now on the Cuban Doppler images. The greens, the yellows represent light, moderate, and even heavy rainfall. So they're definitely getting in on that rainfall, and we can see that even on the accumulated precipitation from the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology website, we do see where we have confirmation of this rainfall. Definitely sections of St. Thomas and Portland, St. Mary, Trelawney, sections of St. Anne, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland got in on that rainfall, and there's definitely some more rainfall to come. Taking a look at the temperatures right now, we can see we have 28 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 27 degrees Celsius in Kingston, and as the night progresses, these temperatures should be getting lower. 3 a.m. on Monday has 26 degrees Celsius in both Montego Bay and Kingston. As relates to the temperature forecast, 18th on Monday, which is actually 1 p.m. on Monday, shows that we should be getting in on some oranges. They represent maybe 2 or even 3 degrees Celsius above normal temperatures across the island of Jamaica. I know the average temperatures for the month of October is about 89 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about the equivalent of 31 degrees Celsius. So we should be receiving anywhere from 31 to 33 degrees Celsius at most. As related to dry air map, we can see a lot of dry air situated across sections of the central and eastern Caribbean for right now, as indicated by the yellows, the oranges, the reds, as you can see by the key on the bottom. That's the low end of the scale. Jamaica not receiving much dry air right now, but as it relates to the Saharan dust, we do have some slight browns that represent some Saharan dust for 2 p.m. on Monday, but we don't see that vigorous plume, those darker shades of browns that we see across the eastern main development region and Africa, and we hope that it stays that way. Taking a look at the wave forecast, we can see that we have more and we have some darker blues across the waters to the south and east of the island. It's the western portion of the island that doesn't have the darker blues. It has the lighter blues that represent anywhere from 0.5 meter wave heights or even less, and that's due to the fact that the winds are going to be coming in from the east southeast for Monday. So we have more of a shield across the western portion of the island, not so strong across the west, but that's definitely gonna be, causing more in the way of some afternoon convection across sections of some northern and western parishes in Jamaica where we have those blues. That's where we're gonna have the least amount of winds across the island. So we're definitely gonna be having those cumulus clouds becoming cumulonimbus clouds, and then bring more in the way of afternoon convection across sections of some northern and western parishes. But there's a tropical wave affecting the area, so majority of the rainfall that should be coming in from up the sea definitely gonna be coming into sections of St. Thomas, Portland, and southern areas. So sections of St. Catherine, Clarendon might get in on some of that. We do see the blues that represent rainfall on both the Euro and the GFS malls. This map is showing 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for tonight, which is actually 8 p.m. Jamaica time, and we do see the blues that represent rainfall still across sections of St. Thomas and Portland, even sections of southern St. Elizabeth, southern Manchester, southern Clarendon, southern St. Catherine might get in on some rainfall tonight. You can also see, if we take a look at the forecast, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is actually 7 a.m. Jamaica time, we do see much of the same blues that represent rainfall across sections of some eastern and southern parishes in Jamaica. Then skipping ahead to about 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. Jamaica time, we do see much of the same blues that represent rainfall eastern, central, and western parishes. GFS showing more in the way of rainfall across northern Jamaica, so St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, Hanover. Either way, we have rainfall stemming all the way across the island, eastern, central, and western parishes for tomorrow, and the accumulated precipitation confirms this. Keeping in mind that both of these maps from the Euro and the GFS are showing all the rainfall that's expected from now up until 10 p.m. on Monday. And we do see the consensus in the rainfall that's definitely going to be across sections of eastern, central, and western Jamaica. But as it relates to the rainfall totals, we see that the GFS is a bit more robust, showing up to 1.27 inches of rainfall across eastern Jamaica. Especially we have those purples offshore. Definitely going to be getting in on some more rainfall. Some flash flooding could take place. GFS shows up to an inch of rainfall across those very same spots, but we do see that 1.19 inch of rainfall right there across sections of southern Jamaica. So yes, we have the consensus. We're definitely in for some amount of rainfall for Monday. Ensure that if you're going out, you bring your umbrella, your rain gear, your water boot, whatever the case may be. And if you come up on flooded roadways, turn around, don't drown. And we're indeed grateful that we're going to be getting in on this rainfall. We're in the month of October. We're in the peak of our rainy season across Jamaica. So we'll take all the rainfall that we can get, to cool the temperatures down as we continue to experience the heat. Alright, so that's it for the forecast across Jamaica. Let's focus our attention on the rest of the Caribbean. So we don't see much happening across the eastern portions of the basin, the Windward and Leeward Islands at all. Northeastern South America definitely getting a break. But we do see that thunderstorm activity across sections of Venezuela, Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Yucatan Peninsula. And if we take a look at the northeastern Caribbean, we do see where we indeed had some isolated spots getting in on some amount of rainfall. Even right now, we have Dominica, Guadeloupe, St. John, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, US and British Virgin Islands, even sections of Puerto Rico getting in on some amount of rainfall. So we don't have to necessarily have a tropical system across the area to get rainfall. We do get rainfall from those low-level clouds that are moving from east to west that contain moisture. Taking a look at the Barbados radar, we see much of the same. See, we didn't even see much in the way of rainfall across the eastern Caribbean. We can hardly even see, but we do see some low-level patches of clouds moving from east to west, and it's these that are causing the rainfall. So we do see a lot of rainfall to the north and south of Barbados. Not much across Barbados at this time, but definitely some rainfall in store for sections of Martinique, sections of Dominica later on tonight. You can also see some rainfall heading into sections of Grenada and Tobago at this time. Taking a look at the weather view of Doppler radar images, we can see that rainfall across sections of southern Florida, the Yucatan Peninsula, Honduras, sections of northwestern Venezuela as well. As relates to the wave forecast, or not the wave forecast, the temperature forecast, we do see that majority of the Caribbean should be getting even up to 3 degrees Celsius above normal temperatures for 1 p.m. on Monday. While as relates to the Saharan dust forecast for 2 p.m. on Monday, we do see those slight browns that represent some hazy weather, but we won't even notice that. We won't even be affected by that because the vigorous plume associated with the Saharan dust is right there across the eastern portion of the main development region, and we hope that it stays over there. Taking a look at the wave forecast for tomorrow, we do see that majority of the Caribbean is starting to get in on the 1 meter or 1.5 meter wave heights. Still have some lighter shades of blues across sections of the Bahamas, the waters surrounding Cuba, and the Western Caribbean that represents 0.5 meter wave heights or less. And that's due to the fact that the winds are still going to be weak across those spots for tomorrow. You're on the GFS showing more in the way of blues that represent anywhere from 0 to 5 knot winds, while the greens is where we have those 10 to 15 or even 20 knot winds coming in from the east or the east southeast across majority of the Caribbean, coming in from the northeast across the Gulf of Mexico and Florida. As relates to the rain forecast, we do see that yes, we indeed have some more rainfall, isolated showers to receive across sections of the northeastern Caribbean. So the US and British Virgin Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis, Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Guadeloupe, sections of Dominica. But we don't see that rainfall for sections of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, Barbados, Grenada, or Tobago, but we do see it for sections of Trinidad. We also see it for sections of Venezuela, but not so much Guyana, Suriname, or French Guyana. And we do also see it for sections of Colombia, Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, sections of Belize, Mexico, Eastern Cuba. Not so much for sections of the Cayman Islands, but definitely Florida and sections of the Bahamas as well. I know that when we see consensus like this on both the year and the GFS malls, the chances of it actually happening are much higher. Alright, so that's it for today. Thanks for watching.